Hello, fifth grade Luna House. This is Miss Adeniji again for another video. This is another adaptation activity, and today we'll be discussing more of feed adaptation. So we learned about the 6 different types of adaptations, and today we're just going to focus on feed adaptation. So I have 4 pictures for us to look at and observe. All right. And when we look at these pictures, we're going to draw what the animal track is, or what the animal foot adaptation is. We're going to figure out, what does it do? Does it climb, grab, swim, jump, or run? It could be an all combination of both as well. And what environment do you think it is best adapted for? So remember, we talked about a lot of the environments that these feet were most likely be able to survive in. So today we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So the first one that I have for you to look at and observe and try to figure out what animal this is, okay? So this is the first picture. So I want you to take some seconds to look at this this foot, these feet, and try to figure out what kind of animal this is, or what kind of track this is. So we see some soft type palms here, and then we see looks like this may be the front, this may be the back, and we see some claws, right? Okay, so your answers will vary, and that's completely fine. But let's go ahead and draw it real quick. So I'm just kind of look at it, kind of draw it. And I'm not the best person that knows how to draw. I know you guys tell me that all the time, that you have a hard time drawing. I'm not looking for it to look like it's an expensive drawing, okay? That's my drawing. So I think that this is more of a bear track, right? I feel like this is more of a bear track than it is anything else, because I see claws, and I also see, an impression or an imprint of something that looks similar to a bear paw. So I'm going to put bear track. Okay, and what do bears normally do, right? What do they do? Do they run? Do they jump? Do they climb? Do they grab? Do they swim? So it can be a combination of all of them, right? We know that bears can swim, so I'll put swim. We know that bears can run, so I'll put run. We also know that they grab things, because if they can swim, they can grab. So they're usually grabbing fish in the river. Their front paws help them do that, so they can grab. And they can also climb too, right? There's this thing where bears love honey, and in order for bears to get the honey, they have to climb up the tree to get to the honeycomb, right? So we're going to put climb. All right, so what type of environments do you think that their feet would most likely be able to adapt in? So think of where bears usually live. All right, so we can say forests, woods, grassy areas, right? Grassy areas, and sometimes mountains. All right, so that's for one. So here is another one. Let's see, this one. All right. So carefully look at this and try to figure out what animal this could possibly be. Do you see any claws? Do you see anything that would indicate if it was part of the bear species, or maybe it's part of like a bird species? Does it resemble anything that has a hoof? All right, so I kind of got like bird feels from this picture, and specifically not just any bird. It looks like kind of a duck, right? Because we can kind of see where the web foot would be, right? Where the web is. So I would say this is a duck, right? So I'm gonna kind of draw it right here. Let me use a different color marker. Okay, those are my web feet. All right, and I'm gonna put duck track. All right, and what do ducks do? They swim, right? Now most people are like, Mr. Adeniji, I've seen a duck jump before when it was, trying to get something from my hand. Do ducks jump? I kind of think they do jump. Like some of them will jump from the rock into the pond or the lake. So we can put jump. Do you think they're able to grab with their webbed feet? Because I don't think they are. And I don't think that they'll be able to climb either. Because in order to climb, you have to have claws. So we're just going to leave swim and jump, okay? And where do you mostly see ducks? Now, these are ducks that swim. So, yeah, some people would say lakes, ponds, right? How about swamps? Swamps is another form of water, right? And that's it, because you're not going to find a duck in the ocean. You're not, okay? Don't try to put ocean, because this duck does not live in the ocean, all right? All right, here is my next picture. I'm trying to figure out how to hold it. I think it's this way. So this is very different from the other two pictures that we looked at. So it's gonna probably kind of throw you off. So try to figure out, is it part of the bear species, the duck species, maybe, cats or dogs. We learned about pigs and, deers and all that. So based on the fact that it kind of is giving me like a U shape, I want to say this is a hoof, right? And what animals usually have hooves? Different color. So there's a lot of animals that have different hooves. We learned about deers, we learned about pigs, and this is just like a U shape that kind of looks like a rainbow. Okay. Cows have hooves. What else have? Horses have hooves. So we're going to kind of stay within that, right? So I'm going to call it a deer. But you can call it any of the things that I had said, okay? So this is the deer track. And deers are most known for, we know that deers run a lot. Deers also jump. I don't know if you've ever seen a deer jump before, but deers do jump. And of course, they're not able to grab because they don't, hooves don't allow for them to grab. And I would say that they do swim. Okay. But do you think they swim very good? Probably not, right? Because in order for them to swim good, they would have to have what kind of feet? Right. They would have to have web feet. So we're going to kind of try to mark out the swim part. Because in order for them to like swim really good, no, we'll keep swim. Yeah, we'll keep swim. But we know that they're not good swimmers because they don't have